Tonight, we see some of Uganda's rising stars in tech and agriculture battle it out for a share of 100 million Ugandan shillings in the AYuTe Africa's Challenge Uganda edition, a show empowering the youth through agritech innovations to create jobs, increase bumper harvests for smallholder farmers, and address food security. All these at Namolonge International Institute of Tropical Agriculture, where our 20 national finalists will pitch for and demonstrate how their innovations work, all for a chance to win. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the AYuTe Africa's Challenge Uganda edition. Welcome to the AYuTe Africa Challenge Ugandan edition. I'm Andrew Chamagero.
With your co-host, Fiona Bukuru.
That is very exciting. In the previous numbers we had, there were 10 of them. A couple of things that took my attention. One, to me, was the agroecology. When we have innovations that are addressing the nematodes that actually go down in the roots and they affect the plants, you can actually look at it on the other side. It's a little bit good, but when the roots are already endangered, that is an innovation that took my attention. What took your attention?
On my side, Andrew, for me, the agritech that actually captured my attention is the agri-share. Think about us being in a very big place, but everyone can just share a tractor, everything they need to do farming using technology. That's what agri-share was about.
That sounds feasible. Remember, this conversation is grounded and funded by Haifa International in partnership with MasterCard Foundation.
And it's also important to remember that we are sponsored by Nation Media Group, Feminera, Ministry of Agriculture, Equity Bank, also not forgetting
the RSM Eastern Africa.
That's right.
That is the conversation, and that said, let's dive into the other 10 contestants and we see what kind of innovations do they have.
And don't forget to join the conversation using the hashtag AYuTe Challenge UG.
And now we hand over to the judges.
Thank you very much, Andrew.
Good afternoon to you. I'm Joviet Sache, the founder and CEO of Sparkle Agro Brands Limited. I would want to put this here. Thank you. Ever since I was a child, my family depended on livestock farming for survival. We often dug ditches to collect rainwater for our animals, and not knowing that these ditches would be breeding places for mosquitoes. And I became a chronic occupant of hospitals due to malaria. Actually, my friends called me a sickler, but was I the only one then suffering from malaria? No. Over 1 in 10 children die every single year just because of malaria. And leaving that aside, coming to the dairy sector, a third of the total milk produced on a daily basis is wasted due to so many problems. And as Sparkle Agro Brands Limited, we have come up with Sparkle Anti-Mosquito Skincare Lotion, which is 100% organic. It gives you 12 hours of uninterrupted mosquito-free skin. This is wonderful, right? Yeah, our impact, we've been able to impact 100 small-scale farmers who actually sell to us their spoiled milk at the same price as their original milk. This is actually intended to improve on their profits and incomes.
Thank you very much.
I just wanted to find out how your product compares to other conventional lotions and anti-mosquito products in terms of prices.
Actually, the price of this 100 ml is only 5,000.
Have you had any clinical tests on the product to ensure it's actually effective?
Actually,
basically, can you test it yourself and put some and go spend some good hours there and see if it works?
Thank you so much.
Can you trust it on you?
I actually use it because at school we usually go for these camps, and all the students in BBI, okay, that's like the ones doing tourism and travel, they usually buy it, and we get their feedbacks, because it's very important to get feedback. And also I myself, I use it.
You said the main mosquito repellent ingredient is citrus something, yeah?
Citronella.
Yes. How readily available is it? And the other one is the team capacity. And how do you, any tools, equipment you require, scalability of your production?
Thank you so much. Actually, we get all the ingredients we use are bought from town. This is DT. Okay, sorry, downtown. Then also, and actually it's very available. And also we have a citronella garden at our plant. Then also with the materials that we use and the whole process, we actually use simple tools because we produce on a weekly basis. That is of having an order of 200 to 300 units. So basically, it's a very small unit.
Julius Belonji, come tell us.
My name is Kule Brad from Minute Farms Limited. I came to present to you our innovation. It is called the EGOT Extension Service application. It's basically seeking out to respond to solve challenges around insufficient data for decision making, knowledge gaps or information gaps, as well as managing disease. So it has two components. It has the record keeping system, which basically acts as a planning tool to enable make realistic projections and decisions. So it has the ability to store data, but also manage treatments and any farm events, which in the end helps to increase productivity as well as provide avenues for increasing food security. The other component is the extension services, largely taps into providing information around farming, disease surveillance, as well as providing technical support to the grassroots for all smallholder farmers. So how it works, these basically could be accessed online through our website or through offline measures whereby you get an account and our extension officers across the country can help enter data and manage the system directly. So thank you.
We are basically goat farmers and putting up this platform to help other goat farmers to make it up to standards, but also do goat farming the right way.
So I saw something like add goat. So if you add goat, do you have a name for a goat, or how do you go about identifying if you're a goat farmer and you need to add a goat to the app? Thank you.
So thank you so much. When you add goats, these goats have tags and tag names. They are linked to their blood percentages because we do the different classifications of these goats to ensure that we know everything about the goat, and we are able to have a report card for each goat. So if I'm selling a goat to Mr. Apollo here, I'm able to, for instance, issue a report to you, and you are able to see whatever has been happening with the goat from birth onwards.
Thank you, Julius. I want to understand, how do you make money? One, then you're specifically seeking out a niche market, looking at the goat farming. How big is that market?
Good questions. So for this particular product, we are investing and thinking big in terms of data mining. So we have made it free, accessible for free for other farmers, but those that are subscribed have additional incentives that they get. But for the other farmers, they can subscribe because we want that data. For instance, last year,
how much do they pay for the subscription?
Subscription is 600,000 and it is one-off.
Yes. Can we have Kakoza Vianney?
System from Van Gil company. This system helps me automatically irrigate my crops. It's called Smart Irrigator.
I'm here because of the Smart Irrigator. Currently, our population is at 48 million, and it is expected that by 2050 it will be 100 million. That's from the World Food Programme website. But you know that about 75% of this population is the youth, and many of these youth think that agriculture is for the old. It is not a good thing. It does not gain profit. So we looked at this and we came up with the automatic irrigation system. This system triggers irrigation automatically, whereby if the temperature levels go below a given point, then the pump is automatically switched on to irrigate, and when the water level comes to an appropriate point for a given crop, then the system automatically switches off. Let me invite my friend to talk about the impacts or the benefits of such a system.
Hello, thank you so much NTV, thank you so much AYuTe. This is Semambo Gift Benon. Now the main impact of our system is literally to sugarcoat agriculture with IT so that we call on the youth. So the smart irrigation system basically isn't the irrigation of gardens.
We've had such automated system around for quite a while. What makes yours different?
What makes ours different is that we produce based on the requirements and on the capital of the buyer.
Mike Segawa, let's do this. Let's see what you have.
I'm Segawa Mike Sali, a farmer. We're here at Profitable Farm. It's an innovation center. We're located along Zorowe Road in Namlong town. We have innovation of grafting tomatoes in one way of reducing soil-borne diseases. Grafting is an innovation which helps farmers to reduce losses due to soil-borne diseases. In this kind of innovation, we train farmers or supply grafted tomato seedlings. The way how we do it, we get a rootstock which is resistant to diseases. We graft it to any soil. In this case, we're gonna use cherry tomato as our case study. This is shelter. Shelter is a rootstock. Then we cut the rootstock. You get the grafting clips. You open it, tag it very well, cut the scion, sharpen it, reduce the leaves. That's why we reduce leaves, is to stimulate our growth. You join very well. In the process of joining, we place them in the healing chamber. After a period of 4 days, the plant is well. We remove it from the healing chamber. We place it here, as you can see. Here they are ready to go to the field. This is an innovation which helps farmers to reduce losses caused by soil-borne diseases. For example, bacterial wilt, fusarium wilt. This kind of innovation helps to stimulate production in regards to farming.
Yes, Segawa, tell us more. You're a neighbor.
As we farmers, it has been a great challenge in the issues of soil-borne diseases. And science proved that there is no solution for bacterial wilt, fusarium wilt. With grafting, this is the solution for such issue. Farmers lose 30% of their tomatoes, peppers, because of soil-borne diseases. With grafting, it's the way to go. Farmers who basically mow in greenhouses face the same challenge, the hardship of steaming soil. That is to say, with issues of grafting, no need of importing soil. You graft, plant direct.
Thank you, Mike. In terms of the labor, it looks to be quite a labor-intensive activity because you have to touch each and every plant. So if you're to plant 10 acres, I can imagine the amount of labor that you'd need. So if you could give us a picture of how much you would need to graft, say, to plant for 1 acre. And then second question is, how unique is this?
We, our farmers grow up from villages, usually have our small tomatoes grow up in the banana plantation, commonly known as enina in our local language. Those tomatoes, they don't wilt, meaning root stock is locally available. So in that way, I don't need to go and spend money of buying the tomatoes. If it comes to the labor, we at Profitable Farm, we have a team of 26 young boys and girls. That is to say, 17 of them, they are ladies. Among the team, she's here with us.
Just give me a picture. So if I'm to plant 1 acre of
Yes.
tomatoes using grafting technology, how much more would I benefit or how much would I beat my neighbor Joseph, who is planting tomatoes the conventional way?
One, your tomatoes will not wilt. Meaning, if I add my 8,000 seeds in the field, at the end, since I will not lose them due to bacterial wilt or fusarium wilt, I will end up harvesting high in that way, high income.
Yes, let's go.
Thank you so much. I am Joseph Oloba, and we discovered that these farmers cannot afford the materials they need and agro inputs. What did we do? We decided to found ECOP Farm that will provide these farmers an option to select whatever item they need, whether seedlings, fertilizers, agrochemicals, from our shop. That will be an online app as well as offline. And then they take those things, they do whatever farming they need to do, pay slowly with us. So those farmers who are unable to use the app, or they don't have smartphones, they can call us directly or go to our agents. Now, we need your support. We need the 50 million, and we need it urgently, as soon as yesterday. Thank you so much.
We hope we'll try to give you that.
Thank you.
You got to work for it.
Please.
First and foremost, you talked about poverty. Poverty makes you do funny things. And business needs money to be sustainable.
Yes.
If I get my fertilizer from you, go put in my garden, and somehow the drought ensure that I don't harvest anything, how do you safeguard the business?
Only those who take risks can make it in business. Our job is to make sure that we balance our costs vis-a-vis our revenue.
Joseph, why would a farmer choose you who's promising the future and leave the one who has already started already?
Most of the farms that are there, they simply run shops for farmers, but the buy now and pay later basis is a model that is mainly in the electronics world. We have farms like M-Copper giving people phones, pay later for computers and so forth, but this particular model has not been so much explored in the farming industry.
But you realize the poor also have a problem of the knowledge gap. How sure are you that when you give them the inputs without training, they are going to use them? So how sustainable is your business model if the user of the product is not empowered to use it properly? So do you have people who are going to do that?
What we have been doing actually is to train these farmers. Actually in the app we have a section that we are designing where farmers can access some information on agriculture and all those farming techniques that work, so that they don't only get our products and services, but also they can even interact in the app.
Okay. Yes, thank you very much. Just something to think about. Agro-insurance. If you're going to loan farmers inputs, I think you need to add agro-insurance to whoever you're lending, so that they don't come and cry that I can't pay. Thank you.
Redefine is a Ugandan social enterprise, and we develop cutting-edge technology for the energy, transport and agriculture sector in Africa. Founded in 2017, we started by developing an electric conversion kit for the local motorcycle, and ever since we have ventured into different areas with electric tractors, hybrid electric cars, electric wheelchairs to unlock potentials in the energy, transportation, agriculture sector in Uganda.
Our model of providing sustainable and affordable mechanization services powered by renewable energy that encompasses the whole agri-food value chain provides direct economic benefit and sustained profitability to smallholder farmers over time. Opportunities for smallholder farmers to scale up production through provision of field mechanization services like plowing and tilling using the electric tractor that addresses issues of low productivity associated with subsistence farming. Grain milling, oil processing, grinding and testing using industrial processing equipment powered by renewable energy, farmers are able to achieve quality produce that they are able to sell and earn better revenue from the sale of their goods. Access to market in local communities and peri-urban centers through affordable e-mobility solutions like the electric boarder and electric tuk-tuk.
Yes, thank you very much. You want to add something in a minute?
Yes. Manda Shadrack is my name. I work with border work. Basically, there are a number of items in that video, but I'm going to concentrate on an electric tractor. We don't manufacture more electric tractors, nor do we import them. I did automotive and power engineering, and that is basically in Uganda here dealing with vehicles, tractors and so on. But I'm also more motivated by joining renewable energy. So when I completed the campus, I really want the company that I can join and help me to convert what is existing already in Uganda into renewable energy dependable devices. And so I tried making a prototype and research development till when I came up with a simple working tractor, the one you just saw there. And of current we have an agritech hub which is in Apache, and every day research and development mode I come up with or a prototype, I keep on sending it there for a practical test and usage. And so you find that of current we have a number of things: global warming, greenhouse effect, there is hunger, high fuel rates, fuel costs, and me I'm saying it is okay. We can find or we can make something that we can actually mainly depend on natural resources, let's say sunshine, because as you said, tuk-tuk, it has a cover on top, but that cover are solar panels. So you move as you're charging. And now we use this tractor for plowing. Then during evening, we add there a trail, and then we use it to transfer commodities to markets and also use it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Have you done in cost benefit analysis, for example, if you for like your tractor, can it run fuel and solar, or is it a mix of the two? And what are the benefits of me having it, that conversion?
That tractor uses a lithium-ion battery. So what we do, we charge batteries and then we insert them in. Then the other part that has solar panels is that we charge batteries, they get full, but as you're working, they keep on adding in more power so that you take long hours of cultivating. Secondly, when you go to Apache, you'll find that for us, we are cultivating an acre of land at 50,000 or 60. And then fuel dependable tractors, they're always charging between 80 to 100 because they're purchasing fuel.
In terms of horsepower, what horsepower are we talking about here?
Okay, a working tractor, for example, the first prototype I made has 15 horsepower. Most working tractors are between 5 to 22 horsepower. And when it comes to energy, the battery I use, the battery is designed in a way that it goes into multiple systems. I've designed the prototypes of milling machines and prototypes of freezing machines, and all of them use the same battery. Even the tuk-tuk you saw, even the motorcycle you saw, they use the same lithium-ion battery because they are compatible. So what I do is one single battery is equal to 1.5 liters of fuel.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Shadrach. We need something to save us from the fuel. And good luck with the innovation.
Thank you.
Sonko Jamal is my name.
Jamal Sonko. Okay.
Did you know that supply chain and inefficient market is a daily struggle for 80% farmers in Uganda? At AgriPlanet Uganda, we have created a tech-driven supply chain space of fresh produces that connects directly producers of food with consumers, retailers, and service providers. Our aim is building Uganda's most effective and efficient supply chain platform to improve lives of businesses, consumers, and producers in a meaningful manner.
Thank you very much. What's your turnover currently? What's the status of your business? Are you running, or is it still in the head, or are you already going?
As I explained in my early phase, the business is running.
What's your turnover now per month?
Every month, our gross income is 250 USD.
How much is that in Uganda shillings again?
Around 8 million.
Jamal, I'm interested in knowing how many numbers in terms of farmers are you already working with, and how many off-takers do you currently control on the platform?
Currently, I'm working with 1,500 farmers. On our platform, mainly our application, we are handling over 700 farmers.
If you won the 50 million shillings, what are you planning to invest it in?
As I explained in my early phase, we want to improve our distribution capacity and establish our application on different servers to innovate for new product categories, to leverage our strengths and customer segments while solving the complex supply chain problems.
Thank you very much, Jamal Sonko, and we hope you can transform a lot more lives.
Hello, my name is Brian Atujuka. I'm the Managing Director of Brand Holdings Limited. At Brand Holdings Limited, we offer farmers with different technologies that helps them improve their farms. Talk about high quality pasture seeds, talk about the management of pastures, talk about pasture value addition by producing hay and silage. This is a form of storing high quality animal feeds, which for instance can be used in times of drought. We have had instances of where animals are dying in drought-prone areas, and the reason is because the farmers have not been able to store feeds for the animals. And we are training farmers on planting high-quality pastures which are drought-resistant. We have a demonstration feedlot farm whereby farmers come and learn different feedlotting technologies. With feedlotting, you are able to increase the number of kilos gained by animal per day by 1.5 kilos, 2 kilos, 1.6, depending on the genetics of that very animal that you're trying to fatten. With feedlotting, you're also improving the high quality, you are providing high quality beef to Ugandans because the beef is tender. You control fats distribution, or what we call map-boarding. And we are also able to buy animals from our farmers. We buy animals from our farmers. We have an online system, a marketing system called www.lowbrandcast.com, whereby we are selling high quality beef to Ugandans. We deliver to people's homes in the Kampala metropolitan area. We are also giving Ugandans the leverage to test on special cuts. I thank you so much.
Could you tell us about profitability and turnovers at this time and the impact if you have any figures to share.
Thank you very much. Currently, we have trained over 1,000 farmers in pasture production and management, as well as and also turning crop residues into high quality feeds. When we talk about the numbers, if you're looking at feedlotting, you're going to be able to at least get about 400 to 600,000 per bull, which is produced under feedlot. Of course, we talked about 90 to 100 days. And of course, yes, it is a running entity. We advise farmers, they take on the farms, they take on the technology, and then we're able to buy the animals from them and market. And these farmers are also able to buy the beef from us. So the model is win-win. We support you as the farmer, and also come back and buy the product that you have supplied us.
I'm the export guy. I'm the export market. And I would like to know, if I have business for you, for export, the meat, how ready would you be? How soon would you get ready to export the beef? Because I know obviously here we don't have abattoirs that are up to the standard for different export markets.
We have some abattoirs which are up to standard, but the problem that those abattoirs are facing is production in terms of the number of animals coming in.
How many metric tons can you be able to pull off per month for export?
As far as the metric ton, as far as the readiness is concerned, we are as ready as yesterday. Talking about the metric tons, we could look at per month 10 to 20 metric tons of beef.
Yes, thank you very much. Last but not least, Dennis Muhereza. Dennis Muhereza, come and give us the closing innovation.
According to what is happening right now, we have a lot of climate change, drought, seasonal changes, things of a sort. So we are a team that sat down and thought about something, and I think it's going to work. Actually, it has worked. So let me just describe. So these are water generators, and what we do, we harvest water from the environment. Then how do we do it? That's where the question is. We do it by shortening the condensation process of water. We simulate the dew point, you get. So in the process, there is creation of water more and more and more and more. For example, if a farmer wants 10,000 liters a day, we would have a setup that would produce 10,000 liters a day. So it's always about what the farmer wants. This water, someone would ask me, is this water safe for use? Now, we took this water for test at the Uganda Analytical Laboratory, and good news came out. The water is very safe for use. Actually, even people can take it home, cook it, and drink. Well, someone would ask you, have you tested this machine in so many parts of the country? We've gone even up to Karamoja, some area in Moroto, in the sub-county of Rupu, and it worked very, very well. In Chisozi, the cattle corridor, go down to Sembabule. It's been a success.
Thank you very much. I wish we had seen something in your video and actually see this. It looks too good to be true, but no, we
have a prototype, and we are planning to present tomorrow as they had told us. We have it. We came with it. We came with a small one.
You confident you can produce enough water for irrigation, not just for consumption?
As much as you want.
So I want to understand.
Yes.
Do you sell? What do you sell? Is it the product?
We sell the product.
You sell the product.
Yes.
So a farmer has to buy the product.
Yes, the farmer buys the product.
So irrespective of the, because what you said, it depends on the setup of the surface area.
Yes.
For you to produce whatever quantity of water. So if I wanted to produce water enough for 50 acres, what would be the surface area I need to set up?
Well, when you say you want enough water for 50 acres, what are you doing on the 50 acres?
Irrigation.
If you're doing irrigation, then we shall look at an acre having about 1,000 liters. Then times 50 acres, those are 50,000 liters of water. 50,000 liters of water. 50,000 liters. We can have a setup that can produce 50,000
How much would it
liters.
cost to set up for a smallholder farmer to be able to irrigate their 1 acre of cabbage?
A setup that would be able to do 1 acre of cabbage.
Yes.
Well, okay, according to the calculation, let me tell you the
Roughly.
calculation, because it would take me deep. For 10,000 liters of water, if you want a setup that can give you 10,000 liters of water, you would give us like 1.7, between 1.7 and 1.9.
So how much does it cost you to produce the product, purchase, and then you sell it at the 1 point?
Well, we sell it between 1.7 and 1.9.
How much does it
But
cost
the product
to
would
produce?
cost us about 1.4 to construct it. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we make a profit.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you so much. Already the panel of judges here is branding you the Jesus of agriculture. You know, for him, he converted wine to water to wine, and now you're converting air to water. Brilliant.
We'll wait to see that machine.
Welcome back to what we call AYuTe Africa Challenge Ugandan edition. I'm Andrew Chamagero, and now we're going to look at who goes home and who stays. So, ladies and gentlemen, these are the first 10, and we're going to hear the verdict from the judges.
So when I read your name, you step forward, and then I will be able to tell you what happens next. Mercy, that's Bruno Akejo. That was Mercy. Mercy, yeah.
This is Bruno.
And finally, Joseph Oloba.
Let's clap for Joseph, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, so we now have 2 groups. Like I said, you are all extremely good, and we are sure you're going to make an impact in the agriculture ecosystem of the country. But like I said, it's a competition, and we need to always see who to work with under certain circumstances. So the group that has stepped forward, unfortunately, you've not moved to the next stage. The group that stayed behind, you are our finalists for this first batch.
Round of applause to the winners for this stage. Well done, and congratulations to those that have gone through. How do you feel, Akeju?
Yeah, it's a competition, so it's still okay. Yeah, there are so many still more engagements that we need to move on.
We still have 5, and we need another list of the other.
Congratulations to our first 5.
Uh-huh.
You can step a little bit back. Again, congratulations. You are all finalists, as you know.
The one with the cap, kindly take it off.
Yes.
The cap, thank you.
The message is the same. We have really been spoiled for choice. So, when I read your name, you step forward. Mase Atugonza, Mike Segawa, Shadrach Mande, Brian Natujuka, and Dennis Mujeres.
How do you feel? Just tell me how you feel.
I feel like we have won.
All right, let's see what the judges are saying. They feel they have won.
Yes, I'm just intrigued to hear that every group feel they have won.
Very much.
So let's have now the final verdict to say that yes, congratulations, the group in the front this time are the winners.
Let's clap for them, ladies and gentlemen. These are our 10 semi-finalists. From these, we need
we need 6.
We need 6 only.
Yeah.
Yele.
So you more than 50% chance for everyone. more than 50%. So let's see that our Jesus will deliver, and all our innovators, our guy who's going to save us from the fuel, let's make sure that that works.
Well, then that brings us to the end of this great episode of what we call the AYuTe African Challenge Ugandan edition. And the competition could not be possible if we didn't have great energy from the great women with inclusion. Fifi, what did you see and how exciting was it for you as we're wrapping this up?
Andrew, this was a quality competition, and it sends a strong message that the youth, the African youth, are still at the core of agritech innovation. The exhibition was awesome. The participants were confident, and the judges have made their verdict. We loved it here.
Well, what is coming at the grand finale, just so you know that the winner will actually take 50 million Ugandan shillings to scale up their ideas, and then we'll follow it up by the first winner who will get 30 million Ugandan shillings, followed by the other one who will take 15 million Ugandan shilling, and well, the last two that will take 2.5 million Ugandan shillings. So be a part of this conversation online and make sure that this conversation spreads beyond Uganda. But this conversation was greatly funded, and you know, at the core of it we have Heifa International in partnership with MasterCard Foundation.
And it was also sponsored by Nation Media Group, Equity Bank, RSM Eastern Africa, Ministry of Agriculture, and
NTV Uganda. I'm Andrew Chamagero.
I'm Fiona Bukuru.
See you in the next episode.
See you. Okay, I want to see you lively. How was it? Are you taking the 50 million?
I think you're taking the money. There is no doubt about that.
You don't sound like you're about to take the money. Jovan, how was the panel?
Well, the panel was okay, and we are going to take the money. There is no doubt about that.
Actually, I don't know. But still, even though I've not won, this is a great opportunity for me. I've actually perfected my pitching, and it's actually a great experience for me. Thank you.
It has been amazing, seeing a lot of energy, positivity. Yes, I enjoyed both my experience in terms of judging, but even, it was a learning experience as well.
From Jesus, who's converting air into water for agriculture, to solar-powered tractors. What more can one want? We can make everything here in Uganda, and we have the talent to do it. Let's put in money to do it. I congratulate the winners today, and I hope AYuTe, Heifa, and all the sponsors will put in the effort and money to ensure that the innovations become scalable and big businesses in the country and beyond.
It's been a very, very exciting experience. We've always known at Heifa International Uganda that, young people can harness the power of technology to unlock a lot of opportunities. This country is grappling with a lot of issues, from unemployment to low productivity, among others. And as you saw today, we have quite a wide spectrum of products and innovations that young people are coming up with. So for us, we are willing to invest more into this. It's going to be an annual competition, and this is more of a curtain raiser for this country.
On that issue, we were also expectant that this time it would work, but now even the extensions we used, it was not drawing enough current. So we had the issues generally.
The end result is, how do they access the market?
Is there a way that the user can make the cockpit for himself, the cockpit?
Now, when it comes to sweet pepper, you cannot grow sweet pepper with that system. We have those other systems in the greenhouse where I use sand and stones, which are locally available everywhere. So hydroponics is something in it. I can even use this grass as long as it's dry.
The AYuTe Africa Challenge is brought to you by Heifa International Uganda in partnership with MasterCard Foundation. Special thanks to Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries. Thanks to National Crops Resources Research Institute, Namlonge. Our strategic partners are NTV Uganda, the official broadcasters of this challenge, Equity Bank, Famnera, RSM Eastern Africa, and LiveWorks Inc. Limited. The AYuTe Africa Challenge Uganda edition. Invest in Africa's future.